Welcome back to the year 1985 as we continue our look at the Thundercats toy line by LJN. Last time we checked out Series 1, we took a look at Monkey-In, finishing up the Evil Mutants. So this time, it's back to the Thundercats. Tigra, Cheetara, Panthro, Wily Kit, and Wily Cat remain. And today, we'll be looking at the quick and deadly Thundercat warrior, Cheetara, here on Creed's Collection. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Creed's Collection. Today we're checking out Cheetara from the 1985 toy line Thundercats by LJN. Cheetara is the only adult female Thundercat to escape Thundera to Third Earth, at least until Pumira is later revealed. Like a cheetah, Cheetara has incredible speed that she uses in combat to evade and attack with ease. At her peak, she can sustain top speed of over 120 miles per hour for about 2 miles before she is exhausted. Beyond her great speed, Cheetara has the ability to see past and future events. These visions, which she considers a curse, come at random, but she can also force them to appear. The visions are extremely taxing and it can take days for her to recover. And now that we know a bit more about Cheetara, let's go ahead and take a closer look. Thundercats toys are well known for having paint that is easily chipped off, so I'm happy to say that Cheetara has held up amazingly. She has a small paint blemish on her shoulder there, but her Thundercat symbol and face look perfect. Generally, when you find a Cheetara nowadays, her face is extremely scratched up. But as I've already stated, here in this close-up you can see that she barely even has a mark on her at all. And her face sculpt is pretty decent. The only real complaint is that her hair is a bit too short compared to the cartoon. However, it is also an excellent sculpt, and I really like the spots on her hair as well as her body. There in the middle of her back, you can see her Battlematic action switch, which, like all Thundercats figures, allows her to perform some sort of action. For Cheetara, it allows her to lunge her fists forward. You simply push the switch down like this, and her fists pop up. Now, she has an included staff, and this allows her to hit you in the face with it, basically. Sadly, I do not have the staff, as it is incredibly expensive, but here's a picture of what it looked like. And in the meantime, I do have another staff we can use to at least show you what the Battlematic action looks like when she has a staff in her hands. I generally don't go for action features like this, but this one actually looks pretty good, because you can assume that she's blocking or even striking when you do the Battlematic action. Alright, now we're going to take a look at Cheetara's articulation. Her legs can bend almost all the way into a full split, which is nice because obviously you're going to put her in some running poses. Her arms are also quite posable. You can actually move them up or down. They'll do a full 360 really. The Battlematic action switch doesn't affect her the way it does some of the others. Her head can turn right and it can also turn left. And that is it. That covers all 5 points of articulation for Cheetara. And here she is in some sweet running poses. Whenever I finally get my collection on display, I think I'm going to put her in a dynamic action figure stand, just like that. Cheetara's copyright information is on the bottom of her right foot. It is microscopic, so this is actually the best photo I could get. Copyright 1985. And when I say her feet are tiny, I mean it. Here's her foot compared to the pad of my pinky. With feet this small, I'm honestly surprised she can even stand up on her own. And now for our Lion-O size comparison. As you can see, Lion-O is quite a bit bigger than Cheetara. However, I really feel like the scale here is about right. I always assumed Lion-O is about 6'7" or 6'8", and that makes it look like Cheetara would be about 5'10" here. And we'll also do a He-Man size comparison. You thought I wasn't going to, didn't you? And as we've established previously, Thundercats toys work perfectly with Masters of the Universe. You know, I have a feeling if Cheetara ended up on Eternia, she would probably turn a lot of heads, since there's not a lot of women to choose from on that planet. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my toy retrospective for Cheetara from the 1985 toy line Thundercats by LJN. Cheetara is a pretty recent addition to my collection, but I couldn't resist doing a video on her right away, even though I don't have her staff yet. I'm going to try to track one down for her, but it might be a while because they're pretty expensive, and I just didn't want to wait that long. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up, and if you have any thoughts, please leave a comment. I love reading and responding to them. And while you're at it, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it and it would help my channel grow. I do a retrospective on a toy from my vintage collection every Wednesday, so hope to see you next week and every week after, here on KREED'S Collection.